Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, trendsetters, family, how you going? We're laughing it up here, guys. All right, we're changing the atmosphere of the studios. All right, and yeah, whip 'em Wednesday. That's what we're going to call it, because we're all over them, guys. All right, we've whipped them again today. We're whipping them in every single way. I could write a song out of that. I probably ought to. Anyway, righto, let's righto, where are we? Talkback Radio, guys. Had a little bit of feedback that a few people are taking a lot upon their own back to ring into Talkback Radio. This is only what I've heard, guys. But then, I thought, wouldn't that be a great thing if we had people that were willing to ring up each radio station, just ring them up and get on, and, maybe each person pick in your state, if they were to pick a radio station that has a live broadcast, and maybe that's another good way, guys. Go in gently, you know what I mean? We're nice people, we know how to start a conversation, and you've heard me with John Laws and that. There's easy ways to defend yourself and get around what they might want to say to you people. So, I think we ought to be probably looking at that option, all right, because we are getting everything out there, guys, all right? It's an information war, and we're doing really good. And, we need some people, I just throw things out here, guys, but, apparently we've got, how many is there? Let's get to the bottom of this list. Oh, wow. Okay. 235 members of parliament, right, or government, that Russia has banned from going there. All right, that's really interesting, guys, right? 2 states, Victoria, South Australia, and we got 235 people. Now, we all know Putin's, whoever Putin is, all right? What the part Putin's playing in the war, right, is our part. Okay, we all know that. So why and who, there's a list here, guys. I can get it out. It's on Telegram. That it dumbfounds me. 235 people. He said he doesn't want in Russia. Well, Putin's always got good reasons for everything. I'm not saying anything, but I don't think those reasons were real hard to find. we do know that, we might talk about this later, guys, because we're throwing it in their face now, all right? And, we know years ago we were told, you know what I mean, that the mainstream media would be assets, you know what I mean, to work for the information, to the services, the government services. So, again, now I'm seeing a lot of studies out there, guys, and it's something I've talked about a little bit, but you need to go and do your research, all right? And it's, about what you can do for you, okay? It's about putting on the mask, all right, on the plane before you can go out and do what needs to be done here, guys. So that mask at the moment I'm talking about is your health, all right, and the amount of EMF radioactivity we've got in the air. And all I'm doing, the further I go into conversations and topics, is finding out that the more on the dial we are, guys, this long COVID, this people, this is all 5G radiation, guys. This is what's killing everyone, or not. That's not the only thing. I should watch what I say there. It is a big part of what is going on out there in the atmosphere, okay? Is these negative vibrations, these bad vibrations, these EMFs, all right? But the good thing is, we've if anyone watched that 4-part series we put up, guys, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff going on, isn't there? With the EMF, with Antarctica. Okay, so we're going to see a few things blow open on Antarctica pretty soon, I think. All right, it's just the rumblings I'm hearing, because we all know that Russia pulled out. Okay, so there's some really funny things going on, guys, in the background. All right, and it's Curie Radio Truth Hurts. All right, Martin. Cheers, brother. Yeah, some crazy stuff going on in the background, guys. That's going on now. Also, I don't know if Cazz has got this on the show, but I'll quickly mention it. She's usually on the ball. The criminal use of social media. So, Burgess and Reece Kershaw were the two guys, I think, that were booted aside to put in that other muppet, that chick. Oh, I can't remember her name now. What was her name? Boyston, something. Mostyn. Yeah, that chick of Mostyn. And now these guys, ASIO, Mike, Reece Kershaw, addressed the National Press Club on X's refusal to remove graphic content. So, guys, let's just have a laugh about this, all right? Because we know they're not going to get this, all right? They are not going to get it, all right? Due to the immense popularity of our Forest of the Fallen, we've been invited to other areas of Sydney. Okay, we need people to help out, guys. And you need to talk to Rania and or offside of there. We can talk about this on the space tonight. We need more Sydney people if they've got to do more beaches to help out. So, if we, anyway, we need to look at that. Righto. Guys, anything Nestle, stop. All right, because a bit more stuff's come out. Another face of evil, right? Nestle. They've been starving babies of nutrients and used aggressive tactics to blackmail mothers to stop breastfeeding newborn babies for years. And that's just a start. So another company to boycott, guys, is Nestle. All right, stop it. All right, stop food. You're only buying poison anyway. All right, but let's pick on a few of these products. All right, and let's make them hurt. All right, I know they're all owned by the same big companies, but it's beside the point. All right, we need to make action, guys. And just something I come across I haven't looked at yet, but it's just saying the Q was created a long time ago in 1860, April the 1st, when 20 generals placed Abraham Lincoln into office to fight the Khazarian mafia who created the slave trade and owned 99% of the US slaves. Today, this battle is coming to an end. So, I haven't gone in. I do know that that's roundaboutly right. You know what I mean? But, I haven't looked into it, guys, but I just saw that as interesting because I do believe we are getting on top of these guys. Right, okay, as you want to come in, you're right. You want to keep discussing anything before we get into clips on I said there?
Yeah, no, that is that from the interview with Nadja Pascal? Because I had that a few nights ago to bring in, but
no, it's another one actually. No, very interesting, but look, we're getting verification from numerous places now of things are going down. I'm hearing, I've already been told there's a lot of military here, and I'm getting confirmation again now that there is, so.
Yeah. Well, the whole Q thing, one of the things that I've often wondered about, because you know how the misspellings matter. And so you'll see somebody tweet out something that's misspelt or something like that. I've often wondered if that's not a hat tip to General Payton, because he had dyslexia. So his writing was often very badly spelt and all over the place. So I wondered, has it been around since then? So that's really interesting,
Well,
All right.
yeah, I do. Yeah, the Grants have got this story. All right. Yeah, back to the first president, Ulysses Grant, of the, and that's an insane story, mate, when they tell that, right back their family, you know what I mean? And they've got it all. It's unreal. We're going to, a lot of things to cover. But anyway.
Well, we've got a lot of things to cover. So let's have a look at this. This is interesting.
Wrongly broadcast the name of an innocent man, Benjamin Cohen, for which he's now begun defamation proceedings. What's interesting, though, is where this all started and why it points to something much more malicious than just a major news blunder. Cohen's name was, in fact, largely spread by social media pro-Putin influencer Simeon Boykov, commonly known as Aussie Cossack, who posted that there are unconfirmed reports, he said, that Cohen was the attacker. Now, of course, Cohen was not the attacker, but it didn't take long for Twitter to run with the accusations. And this chart shows just how many times that tweet was viewed. Joining me now to discuss why this is so chilling, Sky News contributor Chris Uhlmann. Well, Chris, where this gets really interesting is this bloke, Aussie Cossack, has been hiding in the Russian consulate in Sydney. He's wanted on assault charges. This has got a lot more about it, isn't it, than a case of mistaken identity?
Well, Peter, this is what information warfare looks like, a deliberate attempt to sow discord, to undermine our democracy by spreading lies from someone who is hiding out in the Russian embassy, as you say, the Russian consulate in Sydney. And are we to believe that if he wasn't acting on the behalf of the Russian government, that he would be in that embassy for 1 minute longer? No, he'd be punted into the street. So this is done at the behest of a foreign government, and this is clearly an act of aggression. What happened online was that rumour that was going around wasn't going anywhere until it hit his account, and then it got 400,000 views, and then eventually got rebroadcast.
It wasn't going anywhere because you guys have got no influence. That's why. Yeah. That's what you're actually telling us. So well done for that.
Asked on Channel 7. Now, what happened on Channel 7 is up to Channel 7, but what happened in the Russian embassy is a matter for all of us, and this is just the stuff that we can see. But I can't see a more clear-cut case of foreign interference, because to do foreign interference now, it's against the law, it's to act on behalf of a foreign principle, and one of the things that the law provides for is that someone who is threatening our national security. Now, I suggest that's precisely what happened, and perhaps adding to the assault charge should be a charge of foreign interference, and that carries a 20-year jail sentence. And if the Russian government doesn't believe that he has a case to answer, then they can send him into the street and see how he's dealt with.
We know that Russia is one of those state actors that uses bots and trolls and non-human people, I guess, armies of cyber warriors to promulgate things on social media.
Oh, let's leave it there.
Right. So, guys, what's going on there? You want us to explain? I'll explain it, or what? I'll tell you what's going on there.
Right,
this is all part, right? This Credlin and that, they're all part of the frigging gatekeeping system, guys, all right? They're there to be used, right?
Hang on, Dave, let's go back a bit. Remember in 2022, I think it was, we had that article of that whistleblower, and he actually said that many Australian journalists are getting 2 payrolls. They're on the payroll of the intelligence communities and also on the... Is she one of them? Is she? Or is he? Is Chris Uhlmann one of them?
I wonder. Peter Credlin one of them. I wonder. Is Boldy one of them? I wonder. But all they're doing here, guys, is working their part now, right, to bring in more reason to have our freedom of speech censored. That's what they're using Cossack. They're going to throw him under the bus. Well, Cossack, you're going to have to deal with it yourself, mate, because, they're going to try and throw you under the bus here. That's what they're going to try and do with you. But,
there's a possible other 2 reasons here. One of them, of course, is that they want to actually justify war with Russia through the Ukraine, want to send our troops there. I hope that they don't do that. But
it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
All right, but the second thing is that we've also got this, and I'm wondering if they're actually not linked, because you've got this Burgess meeting here.
Terrorism threat level is possible, which means there is a 50% chance that in the next 12 months, or even right now, there's someone who's planning an act of terrorism or will conduct an act of terrorism. The most likely attack will come from an individual or a small group of individuals that go to violence with little or no warning. There is a range of ideologies, violent extremist ideologies that are drivers in the environment, religiously motivated. Sunni violent extremism is the principle in that concern, but a few years ago we had a Christian violent extremist attack in this country. And on the ideological side, the principal group is neo-Nazis, nationalists and racist violent extremists, but there are a range of individuals, including people with conspiracy theories, so it can come from a range of ideologies and it can happen quickly.
All right. So now we have Anzac Day tomorrow, and we have the Governor-General who's intending a service in Intercity West. And you've also got you've also got this in the paper as well. So a joint New South Wales and federal police operation leads to the arrest of 7 teens after 400 officers conduct raids in southwest Sydney. And you've got seven people or juveniles have been arrested. Okay, and you've also, it goes on to say that following the alleged terrorist attack, well, they're talking about what happened the other day. So they're saying that it's religiously motivated. So I'm wondering, are they actually preparing everybody psychologically for another attack that's coming tomorrow on Anzac Day? Because that would be, a certain amount. That would give Australians a certain amount of horror, wouldn't it?
I wonder why David Hurley would be turning up at Concord in the inner west.
Yeah, well, I would have thought he would have been. Why would he be going there? Yeah, Canberra. That's where I would have thought.
Maybe that's the closest thing you book into Guru, and hope to see Guru at a Anzac parade or something. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't got his number.
It's all possible, isn't it? Yeah. It's all very possible. So, rather interesting. All right, now next
getting very interesting, guys. Keep your head on a swivel, right? Because there is all sorts coming at you at the moment. All right, and this is going to heat up, guys. Let's have some fun, because as you know, look at just the way that clip went. We are the media, guys. We are the media. They can't get that coverage. That's what they're spewing about. That's why they want to shut it down. They have no hope of getting the coverage that we get out here.
So, but what gets me is foreign interference. What? A guy misnaming somebody, okay? A guy misnaming somebody is foreign interference, okay? And that's bringing about, social divide and all that sort of stuff. But what's not foreign interference is the $10 billion that Miles Gower said is buying off our politicians and our media. That's not foreign interference.
No,
anything
not
else?
at all. All the land that we've leased to China. You know what I mean? Reasons for all this, guys. China is not really our problem. Our problem is in every Western country, right, is your own internal government, right, that has been forced and manipulated by Operation Gladio into the position where we are. That's it. Bottom line. And it's time for us to, peacefully go grab the trophy. Anyway.
All right. Now, Punters Politics put out a comedy on this, and we have to listen to it.
You could tell that arrogant cowboy Musk that we Aussies will not be pushed around by some billionaire that lives overseas with his media companies. It's Mr. Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch, hi. Yeah, so sorry about the delay. Yes, I'm ready and listening. Oh, yes, I was so sorry to hear of Facebook taking all of your newspaper ad revenue. Yeah. We did pass the news media code exactly as you wanted, and I thought it did force Facebook to pay the protection money. Oh, Facebook is refusing to pay now. I can relate. Facebook's refused to pay taxes to Australians ever since they started it. Sorry, I'm so sorry to make it about me. This is about you. What can we do to help you? Oh, you want us to ban Facebook from Australia? It seems a bit extreme, but I suppose that might force them to pay tax. No, No, you just want them to pay you. That's fine. Yep, we could probably do that. And don't you worry, Mr. Murdoch. We will use every inch of the Australian government's power to make sure that Mr. Zuckerberg pays you what he owes you and your media empire. Oh, no, you don't have to use the money Facebook pays you to reinvest in actual journalism. No, you do what you want with the money. It's your money.
Exactly how it works, guys.
That's it. All right. So now the other thing is you've had it. Now, guys,
can I just mention that, Cazz? Can I just mention that comment? Yeah, Terry Hill, guys, we're more or less, pretty well confirmed that it was,
It wasn't on the mainstream, though.
It wasn't on the mainstream, yeah. It was the good old maybe jibby jabby, okay? Got a little bit of word out there that, yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to see more of this. There's been a few guys. We haven't even brought them into the show, right? We're not worried well, I shouldn't say that. We're still worried about who's dying out there, but we're lifting the show up a little bit, guys. We're lifting our vibration. We've got this, all right? So we're not, focusing on, although there is a bit of it going on. It's carnage, and we hate it. But, yeah.
That's it.
Waiting to get to the hospital.
All right, now, of course, the other big stories. Now, keep in mind as I play these next ones, how they're all sounding almost exactly the same. It's almost like somebody scripted it for them. So you've got this guy.
Want to see freedom of speech, and I don't want to see the government impinge that. But we've got to understand in society today, you've got a responsibility to live up to that privilege that you've been given of freedom of speech. And there are places that this sort of vision should not be shown, and particularly those platforms that can be widely accessed, particularly by younger people.
Privilege for freedom of speech. Privilege. It's my privilege to have language.
His internet dictatorship is what he would like to continue. And the community has had enough. In fact, internet users right across the world have had enough. People have fallen out of love with the way
happens in the court case, Snap, but I mean, let's all just agree, this is just a disgraceful act of this company. This and other social media companies are doing absolutely untold damage, creating vast problems in mental health, in spreading terrible attitudes around the world. They are creating civil divisions, social unrest. Just about every problem that we have as a country is either being exacerbated or caused by social media, and we're not.
The mirror effect, guys, the mirror effect. All right, they mirror it back at you. What they are doing, they portray onto you. That is exactly, I asked the question, is that not exactly what the government is doing to you?
Well, the thing is that we are not. It is not. It's the government that is creating fomenting the circumstances that are creating the civil unrest. It's not the 100,000 people that they're importing, so people have got no jobs and no houses or no food. Their food's unaffordable, or petrol's becoming more unaffordable, and people's wages are basically stagnant. Oh no, it's Elon Musk. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Basically employs 300,000 people, provides jobs for 300,000 families. Like, it's just outrageous. Like, their statements are just so utterly stupid. Not only that, do you know the number one news app being downloaded at the moment?
I'll tell you I'll tell you what's trending. Yeah, I looked at it today.
X is the number one. Australians are downloading X more than any other any other news platform app at the moment. Okay, so, and I also saw somebody was putting do Australian stand with Elon Musk or do Australian stand with Albo, and only of 1,800 votes, there are only 2%, and they would be their own staff voting for Albo, and so it's just ridiculous, like.
No, trending, was Elon Musk. No, Elon was trending. I can't find where trending is now. I only find it because I fall over it. I don't know how to get to it. But anyway, we were making a difference, guys, I think. Yeah, so, I didn't even know he'd get to that on my phone. It's funny, isn't it? Anyway, lucky I can get into a space. Yeah.
Yeah, well, now what's interesting is that Bishop Marmari, Emmanuel, has come out and he has basically said that he stands with Elon. So this has created an incredibly awkward situation for them, because they're all they're all, they're all claiming to speak for everybody else like they usually do.
Yeah.
Oh no, they speak for Australians. And Sarah Hanson, Australians clearly do not stand with you. You guys are completely and utterly, well, you're not out of touch. You've got a hand up your back because you're a bunch of puppets. So yeah, it's just let me just find it actually. Now
it's been
also
hilarious out there. The comments are just hilarious.
It is absolutely hilarious what's going on. And you can see as well that it's become like Australia's now the laughing stock of the world with these comments, So news outlets are basically reporting it everywhere. Now, I've been told that footage is still available on YouTube in Australia. Okay, it's just now you've got Elon Musk has basically hit back, and he has said that she is the enemy of the people. And I agree. I don't think that Elon should be judged.
Yeah, she's a nutter.
She needs to be put on trial for treason. The cornerstone of any democracy is your ability to have freedom of expression. That goes without saying anywhere.
Yep.
So, and then Cat Turd has come out and called her Hitler Karen.
Yeah, Lambie's lost in the marbles, mate. She's off her chops at the moment. Yeah. Oh, mate, I tell you, they're in panic mode. They are in panic mode everywhere. They don't know what to do because the populace is, it's just got too much of a clown show, guys. Too much.
Well, yeah, that's it. Now, look, the next thing is that Albo has come out and hit out again. And he doesn't like memes. So you know what Australians did, don't you?
It went on a meme war.
Platforms have a responsibility to make sure that misinformation isn't got out there. I noticed today, for example, on the way up here, they've removed various sites that were up containing fake images of myself superimposed on other people. That's the sort of thing that is going on social media. Social media has a responsibility to do the right thing here.
I wonder what's going on in the government, Cazz. I wonder what's going on in the government.
Look, what loves me, this is who we are as Australians. It's so good to see Australians basically, there's one thing you cannot do, and that is tell Australians you can't do something. We were the people who were banned in Melbourne from we had a lockdown. So what did the Australians do? They had a dance party on Parliament House steps. That's who we are. Okay. So it's nice to see us actually, hitting back. And here's how we've hit back today.
Nein, nein, nein! Was soll es von diesen Judenschweinen noch ertragen?
And then there's this one.
Unreal.
And
you
then
gotta
there's
love
and then there's this one.
Oh, gold, guys. Here's a gold.
Yeah, no, good on it. No, they're unreal, aren't they? So, well done, Aussies, because for not putting up with these, all of these people are just schoolyard bullies, and they think that they can dictate to us what we should be seeing, So, but look, here's another aspect of it that we haven't looked into yet. But this is Mar Murray, and this is the things that he was talking about.
Happening is nothing but deliberate evil action by the secret societies. What does it benefit a man if he gains the whole world, yet at the end loses himself? So what you're a prime minister? So what you're a president? So what you're a king? So what you're a church leader? Stop enslaving people. And enough lies. Enough lockdowns. This is slavery. And enough so-called corona. It can be treated quite easily with proven medications, not untested so-called experimental vaccines done by evil intentions. Let Bill Gates jab himself with it. Let the Rockefeller jab themselves with it. Let the Rothschild jab themselves with it. Let Klaus Schwab jab himself with it. Let George Soros jab himself with it. Enough stupidity. Stop forcing people to take vaccination because of safety measures. Get a life. Is there anyone among you to be a man to stand up and speak the truth, even if it takes them to be kicked out?
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. So true.
Now he has come out in a very awkward situation. He's also said that he doesn't think that this should be banned. Okay, but they're doubling down, and you can actually tell that they're really in panic mode, guys. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the government would basically just, I don't know, was no more one day very soon, because for them to be all coming out in lockstep like this, they have no support. They obviously have no support. Well, yeah. And look, here's this ridiculous thing. So now they're possessing a vape under Albo's new proposed law is 12 months imprisonment and or 500 penalty units. So like $156,000. Let's not worry about, let's basically put it in these kind of ridiculous laws at the moment. Let's not worry about the housing crisis. Let's not worry about the food crisis. Let's not worry about the massive amount of foreign investors coming in and buying up our land and our properties. No. Let's basically fix up you because you're vaping and it's very bad for you. And we'll make $156,000 a pop every time. Unbelievable.
Good call, Karen Michael. Good call. Are you sick of winning yet, guys? Because we are. We're winning all around, man. These guys have got nothing. This is unreal.
I know. And imagine, and Jackie Lambie, unbelievable. Imagine being married to that. Seriously. Imagine that voice. That
some people say imagine being married to Guru, but I reckon Lambie will be a lot worse, guys. Really, seriously.
Imagine having to live with it. You will take your vaccine, like authoritarian, strident voice. Seriously, it's just unbelievable.
Oh,
she needs
mate.
She
needs some Valium at the moment, mate, or a good joint. She's off the chops, man. Dead set.
Look, in as much as I say,
one that not long ago she actually said she needed a good root in Parliament. I think I'm correct, actually.
But here's the thing, though. In as much as I say that she should go to jail for basically being treasonous for for stating that for the statements that she's making with regards to our freedom of speech, our right to freedom of speech. Okay, but I wouldn't want to curse that. Imagine the poor inmates. Imagine them putting up with that voice. You will not do that. Seriously. You must get your vaccines. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some. We have to do some announcements. Here we go. We've got Cass Smith is having a Protect Your World. She's having a seminar, and that's at Wodonga Services Club, and that's on Saturday the 27th of April. So if anyone is around for that, go and check it out. You've also got the No Digital ID rallies coming up in Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Adelaide and Perth. Don't forget, those of you that are in Albany in Western Australia tomorrow, there is also the Billboard Battalion. You've also got Anzac Day tomorrow at the Cali. So breakfast 6 a.m. till 10 a.m, lunch 11:30 to 3 p.m, 2 up 12 till 6 p.m. And Beck was on last night, and that was awesome. So, yeah. Very good.
All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, a few things on there, guys. We've also got Jody's got a bit of a calendar about what's coming up too. I'll get in touch with him and see what he's got going on. So there's plenty of things to get out there to get involved in, guys. Keep the motion going. Keep the website right. If you haven't checked out our website, go and have a look, guys. It's getting upgraded all the time. We got a couple of new sections coming in. All right. Have we got a clarification on the M1? Yeah. No. All right. Can't give it away yet, guys. But anyway. All right. It's expanding. It's getting bigger and better all the time under Guru's. What do we call it? What do I do? Delegation.
Yes.
Go delegation. The only skill I have is talking into a mic and delegating. Or 2 skills. There you go. See, I can't even count. I got 2 skills, not 1. There you go.
All right, we've got lots of good news happening here. Like, well done, Crystal Mitchell. Sorry?
I got 2 hats too because I got 2 things to do. Righto.
That's it. All right. Well done, Crystal Mitchell. She has the Victoria Police has lost their Supreme Court case, and for charging and reprimanding or firing police officers who refuse the jab. Their actions quashed by the Supreme Court. And you'll notice that none of the mainstream media is reporting that. Well, now isn't that interesting?
Why not?
So, yeah, no.
Wouldn't that be of like interest to the public, Caz? Isn't that what they do?
Well, you would think so. You would think so, but they're not interested in what's interested in us. They're interested in being propagandists. You know that. Like, so if it's something that we're not interested in, of course they're going to try and push it on us. So, because that's just the way Australian news is these days. All right, now good news again.
Anyway, I can't believe it, but yeah, everything they're doing, guys, every story, everything, right, is exactly what they're doing to us, and they are mirroring back onto you. Just remember that, all right? It's like crazy. For our new viewers, that is, all right? We got reverse psychology going on here, guys. We'll explain to you in the next show about it. Anyway,
all right, so now the WHO is backing down on their pandemic treaty. So, yeah, that's basically early reports. I haven't really much looked into it yet. But whether they are just playing possum, because they also do that sometimes, where they play dead until the last minute and then they just shove it through. And also there's been this report here, and that is victims just come forward saying Bernie Sanders is the senator who participated in the forced rape of a young boy on tape 30 years ago. What's interesting about that is Tucker Carlson has done an interview with Joe Rogan where Tucker Carlson has talked about how politicians have told him that they're terrified because the intelligence agencies get everything on them. And also you have to be compromised in order to be in politics. Or if you're not compromised, they'll basically make it so that you are compromised and they get it on tape. So. Yep.
That's what it's about, guys. It's been like that throughout history. Just, from around that 59, 60 mark when and it's the crutch of it all, what I talk about, Operation Gladio with Colonel Tanner and that, right? And it was just all set up for now, guys. But I tell you what, this is as funny as hell because they have put, 64 years into Operation Gladio for you good people out there to rip it apart in 4 years. Seriously, guys. Seriously. We've smashed them. The biggest military stay-behind operation the world has ever seen, and a bunch of friggin' two-bob, redneck, run-amok patriots have actually brought it to its knees. It is now friggin' wobbling.
That's it. And look, we just have to, I wanted to do this little one over Ulez. Oh, they're falling down.
Yeah, I saw this. There's like everyone just, shocking.
Ulez is having a bad day over here. This one's fell over.
Yeah, I didn't see the car hit it or anything. The car didn't even hit it. Maybe I've seen these films on YouTube when you can't really see the car. It's just like, that's what happened.
All right. And I just wanted to remind you of who we are as Aussies. Like, nobody else would do this, okay? No other country in the world would do this. Let's listen to this.
Shout out to the drunk couple that jumped in the back of my car last night on my way home from dinner. I was stopped at the traffic lights. They jump in the back of my car. I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? And they were like, just take us home. And I was like, I'm not a taxi driver. And I don't know where home is, but mainly I'm not a taxi driver. And then the guy just gave me his address, and I was like, don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down here, guys. I can't take you home. But by now, they've ignored me, and they're just making out in the back of my car. And I'm like, well, the only logical thing to do is to drive you home. It's only a 5-minute detour. That's fine. So I got into my sort of taxi driver mode. Came quite naturally. I did the whole like, oh, how's the night been, guys? Which fell pretty flat because they were just making out. So they don't think they heard me on that one. But yeah, arrived at the destination. The guy tried to pay with card, and I was like, it's on the house, buddy. To which he replied, you're an effing mad dog. So, woof, woof.
No, that's smashed. They thought they jumped in an Uber or something. They'd rung an Uber, were waiting on it. This guy pulls up the lights, they just jump in his car, smash off their head, try to pay for it at the end of the ride.
Really? Who else would do that, guys? Go Aussies. But
that's the Aussie way.
If it was any other country in the world, they'd basically have a fight. He'd get out and say, get out of your car and all that sort of stuff. But, oh, well, I might as well just take him home.
Yeah, just drive him home. Yeah, it's like that one we put on, at the end of the show that night, guys, where, didn't even know the guy, just rode down a random nutter, a prank, obviously. But, yeah, the guy just backed him up to the hill. That's what we do in Australia. Doesn't matter if we don't know you. We'll give you a story. No worries if it's looking after you. It's not really a lie. We love everybody. Anyway.
Except E-Karens.
Except the Karens out there.
Karens.
Yeah, Karens.
Actually, they're wrongly named Karens. I feel sorry for Karens, actually. But they should be Stacey's or
Stacey's or, yeah.
What's that copper that runs Michelle's? Michelle's. There should be Michelle's and Stacey's. That's who they should be. Or Jackie's.
Michelle and Stacey show. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Maybe they'll come up with one. It's right back when you hear a tale.
Anyway.
Oh dear. All right, we had heaps of fun. I'll let you close up. I'll go and grab our outro.
Okay. So what are we doing? You got to get an outro. All right. So yeah, guys, look, what's the wrap up? It's Wednesday, it's hump day, go and have a hump or something. Make yourself happy. If you're married, that is. Only if you're married.
Whip
all right.
Wednesday.
It's Whip 'em Wednesday. That's getting even better, isn't it? If you're married, you can Whip 'em Wednesday. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk down. Oh, we're gonna have a space, guys. So yeah. I know Bosey's got a green room on. I don't know what's going on. I didn't know about it, but we were organising a space anyway, so we'll put one on, see what happens. All right, guys. See you later. Bye. Thanks.
2024, civil war's coming, I can feel it brewing. They gon' take that grade out, they tell us what they doing. It's the new world order, I can see the pieces moving. But Jesus coming back and he gon' hit him with the lumen. Man, these perilous times, go ahead and call a therapist, I carry a knife. We let the terrorists in, they gon' bring terrorist times. And 2024 might be America's sign, but nobody can see it cause America's blind. They did us like the Romans, they gave us entertainment to deceive us in the open. Now we are all addicted to our phones, you feel the omen. Now they got no opposition cause they dumb down the opponent. Everybody is distracted in these days, thinking they living their best life. Focus on the present, but forget about that next life. Jesus coming back, he ain't coming with a bread knife. I'm just doing my job, I'm trying to wake up all the dead guys. 2024, are you friends with the world or you riding for the Lord? Bro, it's 2024. Jesus coming soon, he just waiting at the door, y'all. It's 2024. I can feel it coming, I can feel it in my core, man. It's 2024. Hear me roar, better stay up on that porch if you ain't ready for that war, bro. It's 2024. You better stay close to God. You gon' need him in these times. Do yourself a favor, grab some discernment, get you some wisdom, get some courage, some boldness. That gon' come from the Holy Spirit. Fill us up.
Let's